Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, where we bring you the latest and most exciting sports news every single day. Tonight, we dive into one of the most talked-about trade rumors swirling around the NBA landscape, the Los Angeles Lakers' urgent hunt for a true starting center. With the offseason looming and championship aspirations still very much alive, the purple and gold brass are reportedly exploring every avenue to shore up that paint presence. But what if I told you there's one name, barely whispered until now, that could redefine this franchise's front court for years to come? Stay with me as we unravel the suspense and speculate on a blockbuster move that could send shockwaves from LA to Brooklyn. Over the past season, we've watched as the Lakers' current backup center has struggled to make consistent impact. Yes, I'm talking about Jackson Hayes. Flashes of athleticism interspersed with lapses in effort, defensive misreads that have led to easy buckets in crucial moments, and an overall inconsistency that simply doesn't align with championship pedigree. With LeBron James still performing at an elite level and Anthony Davis commanding double teams nightly, the five-man on the court needs to be an early rotation stalwart, not a rotational gamble. That has sparked heated discussion among front office circles. Do we roll the dice on youth, scour the free agent market, draft a prospect with raw potential, or orchestrate a bold trade? Insider reports suggest the Lakers have been probing trade calls to the Brooklyn Nets' front office, and a specific proposal has leaked, sending their rookie guard on the rise, Dalton Dow Knecht, along with forward Rui Hachimura, whose scoring bursts and defensive versatility have shown promise, and a 2025 second-round pick in exchange for a 3-year contract that steadily declines in salary, currently held by a player with emerging status as a defensive anchor. A deal like this would immediately address the Lakers' biggest need: rim protection, consistent rebounding, and a vertical threat that can alter shots at the rim without sacrificing mobility in switch schemes. But who is this potential game-changer? We're not talking about an aging veteran whose best days are behind him. We're talking about a young, ascending big man whose per-game averages this year, double-digit scoring, near 8 rebounds, and over a block per contest, have vaulted him into early Defensive Player of the Year conversations. Opponents shot under 52% at the rim when he was on the floor, and his switch-everybody ability at 6'11", with a 7.5 wingspan, makes him uniquely suited for the modern NBA. He finishes alley-oops with authority and brings a physical edge that complements the finesse of LeBron and the shot creation of Davis. Yet his name remains mysteriously absent from most trade discussions, until now. Could such a blockbuster trade truly materialize? Consider the salary structure. His contract begins around $12 million next season, then scales down to $9 million and $11 million thereafter. That flexibility is gold for a cap-conscious Lakers squad facing luxury tax constraints. And remember, this player was an unprotected first-round pick just 2 years ago, viewed as a high-upside asset who could either blossom into a franchise cornerstone or break out as a prime trade chip. With that in mind, Brooklyn might be tempted by the Lakers' offer of a first-round pick, a young guard who showed flashes in Summer League, and a veteran forward who can stretch the floor, especially if they anticipate a coaching change or a shift in defensive philosophy that doesn't prioritize a big rim protector. So why haven't we seen this talked about on every NBA broadcast? Perhaps because the Lakers' front office is playing their cards close to the vest, wanting to avoid driving up the price with public speculation. Or maybe the Nets, burned by previous blockbuster deals, are reluctant to part with such a tantalizing asset unless they receive absolute maximum return. But whispers out of practice facilities in El Segundo suggest the Lakers have indeed readied a formal proposal, and both sides are in preliminary discussions. Imagine a scenario where Kristaps Porzingis' salary is matched out, Capella's cap hit is replaced by this young shot blocker, and the Lakers unveil a revamped starting five that blends size, shooting, and switching ability. Could this move catapult Los Angeles from Western Conference hopeful to championship favorite overnight? It's possible. The impact on both ends of the floor would be immediate. On defense, you'd have a rim guardian who communicates rotations and anchors the paint, allowing perimeter defenders to stick with scores one-on-one. Offensively, you'd gain a reliable lob threat. No more failed pick-and-pop with static bigs, but dynamic handoff actions and backdoor cuts that maximize spacing for LeBron's playmaking and Davis's roll game. Add in the gravity of the three-point shooters surrounding this new five, Talen Horton-Tucker's offseason leap, Austin Reeves's sensational growth, and Malik Monk's scoring punch, and you suddenly have a juggernaut capable of overwhelming opponents in a half-court set or in transition. Now, let's explore the alternative paths. The Lakers could chase free agents like Steven Adams, whose physicality is unquestioned, or re-engage with veterans like Clint Capella, who have proven playoff experience. They could target a rookie big in the draft, names like Rocco Zikarsky or Taylor Hendricks, trading down for lottery positioning. But these routes carry inherent risk: free agents beyond their prime, rookies who need seasoning, and the possibility of missing the championship window if LeBron opts out after next season. In contrast, trading for the rising star from Brooklyn addresses the now without mortgaging the future. It's a classic win-win, or as close to one as the NBA ever allows. Fans are already buzzing on social media. Some mock-up graphics envision the new starting lineup: LeBron at point forward, Davis at the 4, our mystery center screening for shooters, Horton-Tucker flying off wing screens, and Poole throwing dazzling passes and pull-up threes. Other fans debate whether giving up Knecht's future potential is too steep a price. But the urgency to win while James still plays at an MVP level cannot be overstated. The Lakers have given their trust to rookies in recent drafts, most notably Bronny James's commitments, but the championship window for a superteam this season demands proven impact. As we edge closer to the draft and free agency period, expect the Lakers front office to keep this rumor simmering. Every press conference, every front office comment on cap flexibility or player development could be subtle signals. Will Rob Pelinka hint at a need for a true rim protector? Will Darvin Ham speak in glowing terms about the value of verticality and explosive big man play? If so, it's likely code for the Claxton pursuit. Meanwhile, watch for the Nets to possibly call in inquiries on Hachimura's two-point efficiency and Knecht's three-point growth, gauging how high they can drive the price by stirring interest in multiple suitors. So, what do you think? Could the Lakers really pull off this seismic trade? And if they do, how soon would we see the transformation on court? And what would it mean for bench players vying for minutes behind this new center? Could this push Talen Horton-Tucker back to the bench, or will the team simply stagger rotations to accommodate more talent? Fans, I am dying to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below. I can't wait to read your takes on whether we'll see this blockbuster deal become reality, and how it will shift the balance of power in a Western Conference that already trembles at the mere mention of the Lakers' name. Remember, if you enjoyed this deep dive into potential Lakers trade machinations, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. We're here every day, digging for the stories that could define a championship run, because in Lakerland, every rumor matters, and every move could be the one that brings home the next ring. If you're as fired up for these blockbuster Lakers trade possibilities as I am, hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed to Lakers News Fan Report, and ring that notification bell right now, because we're about to dive into the gripping aftermath of that potential center swap and explore every ripple effect it could have on the Purple and Gold's quest for a title. Let's pick up where we left off and imagine the cascade of changes that follow if the Lakers land this mysterious rim protector from Brooklyn. First, picture the organizational ripple. The front office's phone lines light up with rival executives asking, "Wait, you actually did it?" Suddenly, Rob Pelinka's reputation as a wheeler dealer who will sacrifice youth for the right talent is cemented. Analysts adjust their off-season power rankings overnight, moving the Lakers to the top. 3 contenders in Vegas futures. That psychological edge matters. It signals to the rest of the league that Los Angeles means business, that they are prepared to swap a future asset for immediate impact while LeBron James still dominates. Next, consider the on-court configuration. With our new center stepping into a starting role, Anthony Davis can slide to the power forward spot, unleashing his versatility against smaller matchups. The offense transforms. Pick and rolls become lethal two-man symphonies, with LeBron playing the roll man on occasion and this new big man stepping into Davis's previous role, catching lobs, corralling boards, and sealing the paint defensively. Suddenly, small ball lineups feel optional rather than required, because the Lakers boast a true interior anchor who can both protect the rim against a haul of athletic wings and gobble up defensive rebounds, triggering LeBron and Westbrook's trademark alley-oop dunks. On the other end, imagine switching possessions. Opponents carve east-to-west drives on the baseline, only to meet the outstretched arms of our new big man at the rim. Think about the effect on perimeter defenders. They'll hound shooters, knowing if they get beat, their help defender is more dependable. Press conferences will shift tone. No longer must they apologize for a porous paint defense. Now they can proudly proclaim, "We've plugged our biggest hole." Beyond the starting 5, what happens to the bench rotation? Losing Dalton Knecht and Rui Hachimura in a trade gives Talon Horton-Tucker a golden opportunity to cement his spot as first guard off the pine, using his explosion to create spacing alongside Malik Monk. Terrence Mann's all-around game ensures defensive effort remains full court length, while Austin Reeves picks up secondary ball handling duties and continues expanding his three-point arsenal. The luxury tax, often the Lakers' albatross, suddenly feels like a tradable commodity rather than a looming penalty. With the Brooklyn trade absorbing a chunk of cap space, Pelinka could even chase a mid-level signing for a floor-spacing wing, say, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope on a bargain deal, further bolstering rotation depth. What about team chemistry? It's a crucial question. Critics will ask whether integrating a new big man disrupts the fragile bonds on a LeBron-led roster. The answer might lie in the profile of the player. He's rumored to be a hard-working locker room presence, a former backup who excelled when given big minutes in Brooklyn's up-tempo system. His ability to jam on defense and contribute in spurts of 20 minutes per night makes him a natural role player rather than a demanding star. That dynamic plays to the Lakers' culture, where every cog knows its role: defend, rebound, and finish. Alley-oops. Offensively, his simple cut-and-fill actions dovetail seamlessly with Frank Vogel's, or Darvin Ham's, principles, meaning no wholesale rerouting of set plays is required. Let's fan the flames of speculation further. Could this move pave the way for another blockbuster? If the Lakers reconfigure their salary sheet by moving out Hachimura's contract, they free enough space to consider a sign-and-trade for a second max player, perhaps Bradley Beal or even Damian Lillard, spurred by LA's clear commitment to win now. The combo of LeBron, Anthony Davis, Luka Doncic, if he re-signs rumors, and this Brooklyn-esque big man would rewrite the definition of superteam. In a league where past successful teams have balanced shooting, playmaking, and interior defense, this quartet checks every box. Now turn to the opponents. Imagine the Denver Nuggets scrambling to find answers to this new low-post size, or the Suns and Mavericks reworking scouting reports to account for switch defense at the center slot. The ripple extends to the draft. Teams pick long, athletic centers in hopes of replicating this unicorn build. From coast to coast, the basketball world watches in awe as Los Angeles trudges through sneakers and sweat to erect what might be the ultimate championship runway. Amid this swirling speculation, one question remains: can the Lakers secure this deal without mortgaging their future beyond repair? True, second-round picks and young talent come cheap, but those assets can blossom into all-stars given the right environment. The front office must strike a balance, Sacrifice enough to land the key contributor, but not so much that a coming LeBron departure or injury leaves the franchise deserted. Insider chatter suggests Pelinka's prepared to sweeten the deal further if needed, perhaps including a protected first-round swap. That raises the stakes even higher. If that pick conveys, it could reshape the next draft entirely. As the pieces jigsaw together, fans must decide, do we trust the front office to deliver this critical missing piece? Or do we fear that the Lakers, pressed by championship urgency, could give up too much in the moment's heat? My take as a die-hard Lakers fanatic is that this move, while bold, is exactly what the franchise needs. In LeBron's twilight years, championship windows are fleeting. The opportunity to lock in a defensive stalwart at 26 years old, under a favorable contract, shouldn't be dismissed. I'd rather sacrifice a future prospect who may never pan out than leave a glaring hole in the paint that opponents exploit for years, but that's just my opinion. I want to hear yours. What would you be willing to trade to land this center? How many years of future picks feel too steep, and how many feel acceptable? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I can't wait to read your takes. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Lakers trade rumblings, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and turn on notifications so you never miss our fast-breaking coverage. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Lakers!